A warm greetings to one and all. In this session, let's learn about AI models and its types. As a part of introduction, let's start with problem modeling in AI. Let's start with May's hypothesis. It was introduced by Dunker. This theory models problem solving as navigating through a maze from an initial to a goal state. Human evaluates choice at each step to identify the path leading to the goal, making this approach suitable for multi-alternative solution problems. Let's have an example for maze-based approach. Let's consider chess, which represents the controlled scenario in a controlled environment where situation and goal are always well known. The next comes logic theory machines. And not all problems can be solved using maze-based models. So this leads to focus on logic theory machines, which based on logical reasoning for problem solving. So it has been proved effective for general problem solving tasks, including broader applications beyond specific models like chess. AI model building and knowledge mapping focuses on two primary aspects, namely model building. It involves creating knowledge-based systems and AI applications. Discovery. It mainly focuses on identifying relationships and mapping knowledge for problem solving. The interplay of these elements showcases the complexity of AI modeling, which requires both structured knowledge and adaptive applications. So, the diagram provides a conceptual framework for understanding the relationship between discovery and modeling process in AI and knowledge system based on their complexity. The four key areas of AI models are knowledge-based model building, AI application building, discover relationship, and mapping, as we have seen in the previous slide. So let's start with knowledge-based model building. It mainly focuses on developing structured models informed by the domain expertise. It involves low complexity and focuses on creating systems that based on predefined knowledge or rules. For example, let's consider rule-based expert system, which is mainly used for medical diagnosis, where the relationship between the known facts or concepts are represented and utilized for problem solving. The image depicts the rule-based diagnosis system, which takes input like skin rash, fever, headache, cold cough, and vomiting, and then applies the conditions such as high fever with vomiting and rash leads to dengue in order to determine the outcome. So hope you are clear with this example. The next key area is AI application building. So it involves creating advanced AI systems for specific tasks. AI application building represents high complexity where advanced systems are developed by integrating multiple AI components. Let's have an example, self-driving cars, which is mainly based on various technologies such as vision, navigation, and decision making for steering control, speed adjustment, and choosing the lane, and etc. for functioning effectively. So these systems require sophisticated coordination across different AI technologies to handle broad and real-world applications. The next key area is discovering relationship. It is a simpler task that focuses on extracting patterns or insights from the data. So let's consider an example, that is use of clustering algorithms to identify customer segmentation. So this image illustrates the customer segmentation model that takes inputs like view products added to cart, and purchase. Then categorize the users based on their engagement level to analyze shopping behavior. So this process involves straightforward data analysis to uncover useful relationship without much computational complexity. And the last key area which we are going to learn is mapping. It pertains to associating elements within datasets or systems. Mapping is a high complexity task that transforms raw data into actionable and complex knowledge. Here, the example considered is natural language processing systems like GPT process, question answering, sentiment analysis, chatbot, text summarization, language translation, social media analysis, and virtual assistant, and so on. So this approach involves advanced data transformation techniques to generate intelligence that can be acted upon. And hope you are clear on AI models. There are two types of AI models, namely semiotic models and statistical models. First, let's consider semiotic model. These models are based on signs of sign and their processes called semiotic. They focus on how meaning is assigned and communicated using signs or codes. Let's see how they work. Yes, semiotic studies signs, that is about symbols, words, gestures, and their role in conveying the meaning. These signs are mapped and interpreted based on rules and codes like how we use letters and sounds to create words and sentences. Computer uses these signs logically to process or represent the information. Let's have an example here. Yes, in language processing, individual letters combine into meaningful words, which a computer uses in application like text recognition or translation. The second model is statistical model. These models uses statistical techniques to represent and formalize relationship in data. They analyze historical data to identify patterns and relationships. Probabilistic approaches and statistical functions, right? Probability density functions are used to make predictions or decisions. So these models are particularly suited for problem involving patterns or data matching. Let's have an example, that is predicting customer behavior using historical purchase data where statistical model analyzes trends and predict future purchases. So this diagram illustrates the customer loyalty analysis process where the data is collected from various sources, namely demographic data, purchase history, service, usage, billing data, and etc. It is analyzed and then used to categorize the customer into different loyalty levels, identifying those at high risk of churn. So both types of models plays crucial roles in different domains of AI. So depending on whether the focus is on meaning, that is semiotic, or data patterns, that is statistical. So hope you are clear in AI models. Thank you all.